Is AFL 23 worth the $100? Yo, what is good? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Bud, and today we're going to break down AFL 23. It has been just over a month since the game did release, so we're going to dive into things. We're going to answer some questions that have been asked, and we're also going to give my honest opinions on it, rating it on a scale out of 10. Before we get into it, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. We are on the road to 5k. As well, make sure to leave a like on this video, support the channel. So as we know, AFL 23 was meant to be released on April 13, 2023. So 2 months ago, it was meant to be out. We do know then it got delayed 3 weeks prior to May the 4th, where it finally got released on PC and PlayStation 5 and 4. And Xbox still, to this day, 1 month later, have no news on the release date, confirmed release date, or any other actual timetable for the release date to be given. Back then, so 4 weeks ago, we did hear that it was meant to release for Xbox between 1st of June and June 30th. We still don't have any confirmed date for the Xbox release. A quick update whilst editing this video, Xbox will have the set release date in the next week, and it is assumed it will be releasing on June 30. Now for Pro Team, that was meant to be released on the actual initial launch date, and there was a few days prior where Big Ant, or actually Ross, put out on Big Footy, and it's funny that they did this. They didn't put this out on their social media platforms such as Twitter or Facebook, but they put it out on Big Footy, which not everyone has access to or looks at, by the way. But they put it out saying that there won't be a My Career or solo My Career feature within the game, and it's been a last minute removal so then they can focus on Pro Team. Now I'm not sure what their reasoning was why they announced that somewhat privately, if that was just so that the sales at the time wouldn't take a big hit, because I know a lot of people do purchase sporting games based off the solo My Career feature. I'm not sure, so I don't know the definite answer, but that is my assumption on things. Maybe they did that because they knew that it might decrease the sale numbers at that time. As for Pro Team, it's quite interesting. Like I said, we did see the trailer a while ago, probably 5-6 weeks ago, that did feature the Pro Team cards. Still no news on Pro Team when it's meant to come out. It was rumored when Xbox does get released that Pro Team will be out. But like I said, nothing has been confirmed by Big Ant in that regard, which is quite surprising, but it's not at the same time. So we know on May the 4th, when the game did get released, it was an absolute show, to say it nicely. Honestly, my rating for that on that initial day was a 1.5 out of 10. Now, that is being generous because, first of all, you could barely play the game without it crashing. We remember how many bugs were in the game, and then not to mention all the features that actually weren't included within the game without any warning prior. Now, we're aware that they've been providing updates and bringing out patches and updates on the daily, which, to be fair, it has improved the game drastically since the launch date. There is still plenty more room to improve, and at times it does feel that when they do bring out updates, it's like they take 1 step forward and 3 steps back. And what I mean by that is they'll bring out a patch that might add in a specky variation, for example, or it creates 3 or 4 other issues in the game that were not an issue prior to that update coming out. It's sort of like we're not getting anywhere in a way, but we are, obviously, because they've brought out well over 20 odd patches since the release date. So with what we currently have and the actual game that we have right now in this current time, I'm going to give it a generous 6 out of 10. There's definitely room to improve in this game, and who knows if they do release Pro Team, which I'm assuming they will, but the longer we wait, the longer it suggests that it may end up getting delayed until AFL 24 or the next AFL game that does come out. Now, I'm not sure where that stands with policy and what the go is there, because if they don't deliver with a product that was promised certain features within the game, I'm not sure if that's considered fraud or what that falls under, but has to be something along the lines of fraud, because yeah, if you pay for a product and it's featured in the game, then you're assuming that that is what is going to be in the game. So I'm not sure how that's going to work. I assume that's going to have to make them hold and place Pro Team mode into the game eventually, so hopefully we do see that sooner rather than later. I honestly feel like if they can continue at improving this game, then it could honestly reach a 7.5, 8 out of 10. That is with Pro Team included, but I guess we'll wait and see. So is the game worth buying at $100? Now, my honest review is, if you are an AFL nuffy and love the sport of AFL, then yes, this game is probably worth buying in the sense of, you know, you get to play online with your friends. Not to mention crossplay is still not in the game, but you do get to play online if you have the same console with your friends. And they do provide the current 2023 rosters, and they've got a good variety of AFL Guernseys in the game as well. But if you are just a casual fan and like the AFL but are not fully invested, then I probably would steer clear of spending your $100 on this game. If you do want to stay up to date with it all, this is the place to be. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you guys in the next one.